Hi there, kids! Today we'll be learning about common drugs in our community and the right people to give them. At the end of today's lesson, you should be able to explain the meaning of drugs, identify common drugs, know the people and agencies that administer drugs, and state the reasons why we must consult an expert before taking drugs. Now let's begin. What are drugs? Drugs are medical substances used to prevent and cure illness and disease. When we fall ill, we take drugs recommended by the doctors or pharmacists to make us feel well again. Now let's look at a few common drugs. Common drugs are drugs used to treat common illnesses like colds, headaches, and body pain. These are drugs we buy or take often. Examples include paracetamol and aspirin. These drugs are used to treat body pains and fever. Adults take tablets and kids take syrups. Cough syrup. This drug is used to treat cough in both adults and children. Antacid. This medicine helps to ease indigestion, heartburn, and stomach aches. An example of an antacid is Gestid. These drugs are common drugs that can be kept in the house, but they need to be taken under the supervision of specific people. You shouldn't just take drugs because you know what they are used for and where they are in the house. You need to wait for someone with experience so that you don't make a mistake while taking them. It can be dangerous if you make mistakes with drugs. Some experienced people that administer drugs include doctors, nurses, pharmacists, parents, guardians, or even teachers. So now that we know the right people to give us some drugs, does anyone know the reasons why we have to go to them before? Okay, then let's find out. Number 1, so that we take the right drugs. You don't want to take a cough medicine when you are having a tummy ache, right? Number 2, so that we don't take too much medicine. When you take too much medicine, it's called an overdose. Taking an overdose of medicine can hurt us, so we need to avoid it. Number 3, so that we don't take drugs that are old, exposed, or fake. Old, exposed, or fake drugs can make an illness even worse, so we must avoid them. And with that, we've come to the end of today's lesson. Good job all round. Today, we learned the meaning of drugs. We listed common drugs and some people who should administer drugs or supervise when we're taking drugs. We also mentioned some reasons why we must wait for an experienced adult before taking drugs. And now, it's assessment time!